Hi, Happy New Year everyone. Glad to see you here. This is a check-in to let you know how things are going with the Silver Falls games that are launching on the 3DS and Wii U. So, over the holiday season I've worked tirelessly, I would say furiously, non-stop. I was pushing past the 130-hour work week, working very late into the evening, pushing myself as fast as I could work and as efficiently and furiously as I could work, waking up early, getting started, testing while developing Gaiden, Deathly Delusion Destroyers, and Ruby River simultaneously. Those two games will be packaged together in the same title on the 3DS on all models. So, if you've got one of these guys, it'll work. If you've got one of these guys, it'll work. And if you've got one of these guys, it'll work. And it'll also, if you've got a Circle Pad Pro, it'll also work with that. So, this is the absolute hardest, the absolute most furiously I've ever worked on anything, really. And it's because people have been asking for these kinds of games for years. People let me know that they enjoyed 3 Down Stars. They really like the vibe of that and the storytelling. And people were asking if I can make certain kinds of games. So this is it. Gaiden, Deathly Delusion Destroyers, and Ruby River is my answer to your wish list, to everyone that's reached out and let me know that you wanted these kinds of games for the 3DS. I'm very excited to tell you that I finished these titles. It's been an absolute furious, I didn't know that I could work this insanely fast. Realistically, I've actually made the entirety of Ruby River in just 2 weeks, which seems impossible because it's, I have a team of testers now, and they're looking at it, and they're playing through, and they're looking at the amount of content and the connectivity and the presentation, and they're saying, how did you do that in 2 weeks? What did you do? And it's because I have such limited time to get this through to Nintendo for them to approve it. I'm submitting this to Nintendo post-haste. I don't even know if they're going to have enough time to approve it, to get it through to the eShop. I've worked as hard as I absolutely could to make the very best 2 games that I could to cap off the life cycle for the 3DS, and I'm so excited to be able to bring this to you. Based on the feedback from our testers, they seem to be enjoying the games, so that is a huge relief, because when I'm creating these games, I'm so in the zone and I'm lost in the sauce, I can't personally gauge how people will enjoy these games or any game that I'm working on, and I won't be able to gauge how much people would enjoy that. And it's really not for me to decide that. So it's always a bit of, you have to use some intuition and you make an educated guess on how and how much people would enjoy something that you're creating. So when testers indicate that they are enjoying the game and that there are surprises in there for them, that is quite a relief for me, to let me know that, okay, there's a good chance that people are going to enjoy this. So I hope to share gameplay videos of Gaiden, Deathly Delusion Destroyers, and Ruby River with you very soon. Again, these games are totally finished now. I've worked furiously on this, and I've slept very little, but I've got the titles completed, and I'm just waiting for feedback from a few more testers in terms of balancing. There's an immense amount of content in Deathly Delusion Destroyers and Ruby River, and I want these titles to be games that people can enjoy for years to come. So, now I'm finishing Gaiden on the Wii U. That's very far along, and I was working on Gaiden simultaneously while I was working on Gaiden, Deathly Delusion Destroyers, and Ruby River. And how I was doing that while I was deploying and testing and actually playing and testing and creating assets for Gaiden, Deathly Delusion Destroyers, and Ruby River, I was creating the assets in a way that I would also be using those assets for Gaiden on the Wii U as well. I was programming and creating parts of a framework and parts of a system that I knew they're designed for these particular games, but I'll design them in a way that I can take the component out, plug that in to Gaiden on the Wii U. So Gaiden on the Wii U will actually play a little bit of a blend of Gaiden, Deathly Delusion Destroyers, and Ruby River, which is on the 3DS. Gaiden on the Wii U will actually be a bit of a blend of both, but still its own interesting sort of gameplay style, and offers something new and different, so it doesn't feel like you're playing the exact same game again and again. Our testers have indicated that they're enjoying the story in Gaiden Deathly Delusion Destroyers, and I personally was not sure how people would sort of experience the story, because there isn't a world map to explore. You're not exploring environments. I call this a battle RPG, because by design, that is the core focus of the game, that is the intention of the game. I call it a battle RPG, but there is a story there. There are dialogue and events and character development. There's a heap of characters to recruit. There are 36 playable characters in this. So quite a few characters are unlocked just through playing the game, and then other characters come in by using code linkers. So if you have 3 down stars, or any of the upcoming Silver Falls titles, and even future titles that I've yet to announce that I have been working on, all those future titles, not all of them, but the majority of them, will plug straight into Gaiden Deathly Delusion Destroyers, and you'll be able to build up a party of your favorite Silver Falls characters. So again, I don't know if I've left enough time for Nintendo to process this. If they don't have time, then it's absolutely not their fault. It's my fault that I wasn't able to get these games finished fast enough. They're just hugely complex, and it should have been impossible, because I created this game to work on original 3DS. So many people from all around the world have asked me to make these games work on original 3DS, and it has been a mountainous, gargantuan amount of work to get that to happen, because Unity for 3DS was not really designed for original 3DS. So every single thing that you do in Unity on original 3DS, it leaks memory hard. And so it's just a matter of getting a bucket and scooping the water out of the boat before the boat sinks faster than the water can leak into the boat. That's what it was like, and it really slowed me down immensely trying to get original 3DS hardware stable, but it works. And I'm very excited to be able to get this game out to you, so hopefully Nintendo will be able to process this game and get that out onto the eShop at the last minute so everyone can grab that and enjoy that. Meanwhile, I realistically have less than a week to try and get Gaiden for the Wii U finished and submitted, because there's such little time left. Even still, even if I finished that and then submitted it in a week, I don't know if I've left Nintendo enough time to approve that. So it will be exciting. Let's all hang in there together, and we'll see what happens with these titles. White Inside Its Umbra and Undertakers for the Wii U has been in the approval process with Nintendo for a while, so those have a pretty good chance of launching very soon. Guardians and Metal Exterminators, that's been processing with Nintendo as well, so hopefully that can also launch very soon. So I want to thank all of you for your support. The past year has been extremely difficult in terms of work, but it feels like it is absolutely worth it because of all the support that all of you have shown. Thank you for your messages, your DMs, your comments on the videos, and for letting me know your feature requests and letting me know that you're enjoying the games. And hey, hop on the Discord, we can chat. It's much easier to sort of, if you just want to send a message and chat about anything, really. It's easier to do that on the Discord. I've got that on my phone, so while I'm working on the games, if I see the alert pop up, I'll answer you, and we can have a chat while I'm working on the games. So, hey, I hope you had a great New Year's. I hope you didn't have too much to drink and you kissed your uncle's friend or something. And I hope that you look forward to picking these games up when they launch. Okay, take care, everyone, and Happy New Year. We'll see you around.